Hello my dear friends. So today we are going to study about the slicing. In the last lecture we have seen the average, how to write the for loop and everything. Okay. So now we will see how we can slice the list, tuple, string, okay, and dictionary also. Okay. So what is slicing? Suppose we have a piece of cake, so you want only this much part. So you are doing slicing the cake. Similarly, if a list is given to us, what we need to do, we want some particular element, okay, like starting from the second element I want till the fourth element, starting from first element I want till end, starting from fifth element I want till end, or starting from, like, you can do anything, like you want the alternate elements, like you want to want even number of means, at even space you want element, odd space, like it's completely depend upon you that how you want to slice. So to slice that, there is one syntax that I have already written. Suppose a list is given to us, so what you need to do is you need to write L of start, so from which index you want to start, then till which index you want to go, that is stop, and how many steps do you want to take while this. Okay, so this is step that is help us to find the jumps. Okay, if you write 2, so it will jump 2 times, okay, means it will give us the alternate. So let us move to our coding screen and then we will see what is the syntax for this, okay, how we are going to use them. Perfect. So initially hello world is written, so what I will do here is I will make a list with the element 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, right? And we have seen the syntax, it is L of start, stop and step. So what I will do, I will print L of from which index I want to start. Let's say start from first index, then I want to go till fourth index and I want to jump 2. So what it will print, so it started from the first index, now it took the jump of 4, so sorry, jump of 2, so left this and it come to this and it went till the end. So if you write 1 here, so what it will do, it will print all the elements between 1 to 4. So okay, at 4 it is not a complete close bracket, okay, it means if the range is, if you want to see the range, what is the exact range it is going to be, on start it is a closed bracket, but on stop it is a open bracket. Okay, the range is like this, start to stop. So if you write 1 to 5, here you write 1 to 5, so it will start from first index and it will go one step backward, okay, it means it will be from 1 to 4. So remember this in your mind. Okay, so I think you have got how this works. So suppose if you want to start with the second element, okay, let's say start with third element, so it start with third element and went till only one element, okay, because we want to go till fifth element. So this is third index, this is fourth index, correct, right? This is the one of the thing. Now if you forgot to give the 1, okay, if you only give 2 things, so by default what it will do, it will jump by taking a 1. Okay, remember this thing, you can make the notes for this thing. Okay, now suppose if you are not giving start point, suppose instead of 3 you left it as blank, so what it will do, it will print from starting till the given index. Let's say I want to print till 3, so what it will do, it will print 0th index, first index and second index. Okay, so let me write all the print statements, so it will be helpful to you at the end. So let's say you want to start with first index, go till fifth index by jumping the 2, this is one of the syntax, and you can also write like this, print L starting from first index to fourth index. Okay, so as you can see all the outputs are there. Here we took the jump of 2, if nothing is mentioned it means by default jump is 1, if starting point is not mentioned, so it will start from 0. And let's say L of starting point you given 2, but this time you haven't given the ending point. So what it will do, it will go in the second index. So this is 0th index, this is first index, and this is second index. So it has come here and then started printing. So second, third, and it will print till the end of the list. Okay, again, like we know that we can fetch the element with the negative also, because last element is -1, second last is -2, third last is -3, then -4 and -5. Okay, so you can also write like this, L4 to 1, but this time you have to write -1. It means you want them in the descending order. So you started with the 4th index. So what is the 4th index here? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 50, started with 50, gone till the first index. Okay, open bracket on the first means gone till second index, -1. Here also what you can do, you can use the -2 as well. Okay, it will work perfectly fine. But always remember, whenever you want in the decreasing order, what you need to do is you need to write the negative. Okay, so let's say, okay, so it given only one element because we have jumped. Okay, now it will give, we have took the jump of 2 and we have gone the backward side. Okay, now suppose if you want to reverse a list, so directly a syntax is there, starting point is empty, ending point is empty, write -1. It will reverse the list. So if someone asks you the list is 10 to 50 and what we need to do, we need to reverse the list. So what is the syntax? Starting point, ending point both are empty because we want to do the reverse of entire list and do -1. So it will reverse the list. So this is used very frequently in your career. Okay, you will get at lot of times you will face this situation. In lot of question you will face this situation that we need to reverse the list. At that time we need to do this. Perfect. So yeah, this is done. Now let us move to the string part. Let's say we have a string as which is like interview. Okay, and if you print as, what you will see, you will see interview is written. Okay, you can take the screenshot. Okay, for the input and output I am removing the code. Perfect. So yeah, interview is that. Now let us try to slice the S. So syntax is same. I want from 1 to 4, 1 to 5. So let me print the interview as well, print S. Okay, so what it has done, it started with the first index. So first index one N, then second, then third and fourth, move till 4th index. So NTER. So the same syntax that we have used in the list will be used in the string as well, and same index we can use in the tuple as well. Okay, so I think slicing is clear to you now. Now what we will learn about comprehensions. Okay, so what is comprehensions, I will tell you. Okay, let me write the heading, comprehensions. Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Let me zoom in so it will be clear to you. Suppose what we are going to do, we are using a for loop. So for I want to print all the elements that are present from 0 to 10. So for x in range of 10, okay, what I need to do, I need to print x, and if I run this code, so it has printed all the elements, correct? This is the one thing. Now if you want all the even elements, so what you do, for x in range of 10, if x percentile 2 equal to 0, suppose if you want even list, so even equals to this, so what you do, you write this code, even dot append, and here you write x. So okay, let me print also, print even. So here the list is being printed. Okay, so to print even number you have to write this 4-line big code. Now what we need to do is, to short this 4-line big code, what we will do, we will use the comprehensions. Okay, so what we will do, we will write like this, even equal to x for x in range of 10. Okay, this is the for loop that we have written if x percentile 2 equal to 0. Okay, so let me run the new print. Okay, so this is the new print, new even. Okay, let me write this as list as even, so we will not get confused. EVE. So see, new list is same exactly the older one. So this entire 4-line code is written in the one line. So this is known as comprehensions. So what we have done, I want x. For all the x, this is the for loop and here is the condition. Okay, here is the condition. So this is the way to write the comprehensions. Now you can pause the video and try to find odd numbers comprehension. You can pause the video. Okay, so I hope you have written the code. So it's same basically. So again, if x percentile 2 is not equal to 0, perfect. But again, I think, yeah, we don't have to give the space. It is saying invalid syntax. Okay, equal to sign I forgot it. Okay, so now I will print odd. So print odd. So you can see we have got the odd number of list. So you don't have to write such a big thing. Okay, because here if you are writing for odd, so let's say this is the odd dictionary, sorry, odd list. So what you will do odd dot append and you need to write odd. Okay, so the code will work. You can see this is odd, you are getting the thing, but for this you have to write a 4-line big code. But generally if you are what in company also what people do, they write this code and they feel that they are smarter. Both the things are same, but yeah, if you want to write a cool code, a short cool code, then it is like comprehension is for you. Okay, so you can do any operations, right? If you want to multiply like even number with 2, so what it will do, whatever x we have, it will multiply with the 2. Oh, let's say multiply with 10, so you will see the difference. So yeah, so x into 10, so initially the number was 0, 0 multiplied 10 will be 0, then 2 we got even number, 2 multiplied 10, 20, 30, 20, 40, 60, 80. Okay, you want to square the numbers. Okay, so let's say sqr, what I want to do, I want to square the numbers. So x power 2 for x in range of 5. Okay, so let's say 6 I take. So let me print also sqr, print sqr. So see what it has done, it has done square of 0, then square of 1, then square of 2, square of 3, square of 4, square of 5. You can do any operations here, whatever thing you required in the output, you can find the square, you can find means anything, smaller, greater, condition. Okay, so this is the comprehension for the list. Okay, now again there are a lot of things, like let us take the one example for the string. Okay, because I think you have got a good idea how to write the things. Suppose you took one example of string and let's say Python is let's say Python. Okay, I write the Python. Okay, so you want to see all the Python is a good language. Okay, this is the string. So you want vowel list. Okay, vowel, all the vowels you want. So what you do, you write like this, for character in S, if what you want if that character is even, so you need to apply the condition. Okay, so you need to write like this, if character in A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so let me see. Okay, there is no, this will not come here. Now syntax is correct. Let me print vowel. Okay, so you see O is there, so it printed O. I is there, it printed I, A is there, it printed A, 2 times O is there, it printed all the vowels. So as you can see, if the character is present in this string, execute the code. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to show you, that how we can use the comprehensions. Now suppose, what is set? First of all, I will tell you the set. So set is nothing. What it will do, there is one facility that set provide us, that it will not duplicate the element. So as you can see here, it is 0, sorry, O is coming 3 times, A is coming 2, sorry, A is also coming 3 times. So you want all the unique elements. Okay, what you want? All unique elements. So what you can write like this, S is equal to, for set we have to write the curly braces. Okay, I hope I am writing the correct syntax. Yeah, I am writing the correct syntax, and the rest it will be same. So let us print S. So as you can see, you got all the A, E, I, O, U unique. Okay, so I is coming 1 time, okay, O is coming 3 times, but in set it has given us the unique number of times. Perfect. Now we can do more operations. Okay, suppose everything is there in the small letter now. So what you want, for all the vowels you got, you want to convert them into upper. So you can use this function upper. Okay, so I think upper is like this. Still it is showing error. Then I think U is also small. Okay, it is saying some inbuilt. Okay, let me write in the lower. There is a function for lower. Okay. There is also for upper, but I need to call it the function like this. I hope it will work. Yeah. So what it has done, first of all, it has done the filtering, then it had moved to the upper. Okay, so upper like this. Here also, if you want, you can use the upper dot upper, and it's a function, so you need to apply the open bracket and close bracket, so you can get the upper. Okay, so this is one of the things. So like if you want distinct element, try to use set. Okay, if you want all the elements, you can use the list. You can apply the operations in the comprehensive way like this. So this is the means sometimes I write like this, sometimes I write like this. There is no issue in writing the code. Okay, both the things are correct. You can use any way, whatever you like. Perfect. So I hope this is correct for this much, because I am not talking about dictionary right now. Okay, so I want that we should study dictionary separately, completely separately. Okay, so that's why I will focus on dictionary later, because we have the same thing in the dictionary also, but I am thinking that we will cover dictionary in the later parts. Okay, so I hope the lecture is clear to you. If you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. I will more than happy to help you out. Okay, thank you.